Pokemon has been alive longer than I have been, and to this day, there are a total of 1,025 Pokemon. That's a lot of Pokemon. And over the years that I have been playing Pokemon, I have seen way too many ugly Pokemon, like ugly. So in today's video, we will be going over to top 10 ugliest Pokemon of all time. So without any further ado, let's start off strong with the number 10. Raticate. Alright, so starting off with Raticate, I'm gonna be honest with you, that guy looks like he smells like old cereal and wet carpet. And don't ask me how I know that. Alright, just don't. You see, at least Rattata had some gangster energy to him. Some young thug trying to make it out of Route 1. And then you got Raticate. Like, what are we doing, Game Freak? Lock in. And don't get me started on Alolan Raticate. That form just gives off Discord moderator vibes. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I deadass hope that youngster Joey never evolved his Rattata into Raticate. That'd be a shame. Oh, and can we take a quick look at its stats real quick? Yeah, all right. Lay low, Raticate. Now, the only reason why I put Raticate on number 10 is because he is iconic. That's why he's on the bottom of the list. But continuing on, we got Pheromosa. Sorry, but you can't tell me that this over-beautified cockroach isn't ugly. Like, don't get me wrong, Pheromosa is not the only ugly Ultra Beast out there, but it's definitely the ugliest and deserves to be on this list. When you see a cockroach, no matter how beautiful it may seem, you want it out of your room immediately because it's just disgusting to have around. Like, give me a break, right? We have Buzzwole, which is a mosquito gym bro. Xurkitree, which is some sort of, I don't know, sentient cable line or something. We have Celesteela, which is like, I guess, some sort of rocket refrigerator or something. I don't know. And then you have Pheromosa, the kid who felt insecure in high school if she didn't get a Chanel bag for her 13th birthday. Anyway, moving on, we have Quillfish. Now, I don't think I have too much to say about this inflated pufferfish. He just looks really special and not the good kind of special. Like, please, his eyes are more apart from each other than Sid from Ice Age, and he doesn't even look approachable. If you were to approach him, his spikes would just do the funny and like, I don't know, man, like, what even is likable about him? Let me know in the comments down below if you like Quillfish. You probably want to be one of the 1% who likes Quillfish. I don't know. But anyway, let's just move on to the next one, which is number 7, Spritzee. This furball big nose prick is what low-key inspired me to make this video. Spritzee's entrance to this channel was promised 3,000 years ago. Now, don't get me wrong, its evolution is not any better, but Spritzee itself is really a piece of work here. I don't think there is a single sane person in this world that has actually ever used Spritzee. And even if you did, it's never, ever been there with you until the Elite Four, for sure. You always sack it because its stats are so ass, and it just looks annoying. Like, you would deadass just never use it. I'm like, if you ever use Spritzee, let me know in the comments down below, because I don't believe anyone has ever used Spritzee before. Now, moving on to number 6, we have Heatmor. Okay, whoever designed this probably got fired because Heatmor definitely had potential to be a cool fire type. But rather than that, he just looks like an orphan magician on meth. Why is his face so long? Brother! I have got barely any other words on this game, man. Matter of fact, Generation 5 is one of the best generations to me, but the Pokemons look so ugly. As spoiler alert, Heatmor is not the only one from Generation 5 that made it to this list, as the next one is number 5, Vullaby. Game Freak, babies are supposed to be adorable and cute. This is anything but adorable and cute. And that eggshell plus heart combo is crazy. And don't let me get started on its evolution Manibuzz, because that thing looks like she went through 3 divorces and is looking pretty grim. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, moving on. We're going to number 4, Watchog. Alright, we are reaching the far lands with this one, because why did Game Freak think putting mustard and ketchup on an oversized rat was a good idea? And why is he trying to overfarm like he is Piccolo? It just doesn't add up, honestly. Most people don't even get a Watchog in their first ever playthrough of Pokemon because they sack Patrat in the PC box before or right after the first gym. And talk about Patrat, he has one of the most punchable faces out of any Pokemon. And he's confident looking for what? For what? Man, get out of my screen. Get out of my screen right now. Anyway, moving on number 3, we got Morgrem. This pink nose wannabe Pinocchio really isn't much, but I won't go too harsh because this guy can probably stab me with his nose and I would probably die. Now, I won't say too much about Impidimp because he just looks like a kid just pranking for the fun of it and having a blast. And Grimmsnarl low-key looks tough as hell, I'm not gonna lie to you. But Morgrim, this guy has been in an emo phase for the longest time and has no redeeming qualities. It just looks ugly as heck. Okay, well, that's a lie. He gets the ability Prankster, which is really useful. But anyway, let's move on to number 2, which is Grabayai. I don't know. Now, I don't really think there is much for me to say about Grabayai. I think you, the viewers, can make a conclusion for yourself. I want to defend this lemur for the love of it. It looks like such an innocent little lemur, but it's just so ugly. Liquid poison is oozing from its body, and its posture is just so bad. And to think this guy had a pre-evo that looks like this? Its name is Strudel, and it's absolutely adorable. So Grabayai, where did it go wrong? Yo, what's up guys, Future Faz here. My hair looks not that good actually. Damn, I gotta go to the barber. I should probably be in the top 10 ugliest Pokemon of all time, but I'm not a Pokemon, so let's continue with the video. In the honorable mention, I have 2 Pokemon at the exact same slot, which are going to be Weezing and Muck. Weezing and Muck are respectably one of the ugliest Pokemon of all time. But why I didn't put them on the list, I have a little bit of a bias towards them because I kind of like them as a Pokemon, right? So that's kind of the reason why I didn't put them on the list. If I had not... What an English, oh my god. If I did not have any bias towards them, I would have probably placed them somewhere in the top 5 for sure, 100% actually. So I didn't put them there because of the bias. Yeah, those were the honorable mentions. Let's go back to the number 1 ugliest Pokemon of all time. I'm gonna call my barber real quick, 1 second. Anyway, moving on to number 1, we have Bruxish. Okay, now you can't even question Bruxish being on number 1. This ugly diseased fish is one of those Pokemon where the first question isn't what is the type, but more of why did this Pokemon get created? Game Freak, please. There was no need for this Pokemon. Did this Pokemon need more eyebrows or more lip filler? Like, imagine you're fishing a Pokemon from the ocean. You're looking for a Gyarados, a Milotic, Kingler, or any other cool Pokemon from the ocean. And then Bruxish appears out of nowhere. I would just throw it back in the ocean. Like, come on, man. It looks like a straight up paralysis demon. Get me out of here, man. I'm not gonna sleep tonight, am I? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys liked it, make sure to like the video and comment down below which Pokemon you think is the ugliest. And if this video reaches, I don't know, 80 likes, I'll do, I don't know, a top 10 racist Pokemon of all time. Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, take care, guys, and see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.